Our story starts from the Yin City. This huge building was the Yin City Financial Building. Inside the building, in a room, a brown-haired man was seen shouting towards a bald man. He complained that he was the one who built this whole project, but now he couldn't even sign his name to get a commission. The bald man grinned and spoke, "By virtue of the fact that everything you do belongs to the company, and this company listens to me." The man, after listening to this ridiculous statement, clenched his fist and turned around. While leaving, he shouted, "Then I am an idiot for continuing to work for this trash company." This brown-haired man was Chen. He went to clean his desk, and while cleaning, his colleagues approached him and advised him not to be impulsive, as Mr. Zhang was a powerful man. The other colleague also asked him how he would take care of his girlfriend and her paralyzed dad. As Chen walked towards the exit, he said that his parents still left him a house and a car before they passed away, and he was going to start an online car hailing service until he found something else. Car hailing is when customers hire a personal driver to take them to a destination. As Chen was walking with his stuff towards the parking lot, he received a message from his girlfriend. As he read the message, he got shocked. Her girlfriend had texted him to break up because he couldn't provide her the life she wanted. She had her dreams, and now she would pursue them without him, as they were both from different worlds. Chen was flustered seeing all this, as he had no idea why his girlfriend would take such an impromptu decision. He hurriedly called her, but the reply he got was from a bot saying that the number is temporarily unavailable. He cursed his luck and shouted, "What did he do to deserve this?" After a while, when things calmed down, he sat in his car and thought. Even though his job was gone and his girlfriend had left him, he was sad that the candlelight dinner he had booked for today would be wasted. All of a sudden, he got a voice notification. "Hello driver, there is a new ride available in 1 kilometer nearby." The man clicked on the accept button, and the voice said, "The ride is accepted successfully. Please reach the shown location." The man drove the car and got out of the parking lot. After a while, the man had reached the location. He then called the customer and said that he had arrived at their given location. At this moment, a soft voice was heard on the other side. "So fast, but I have just put on my foundation, and it will at least take another 20 minutes. The man became angry but still said calmly, "Then why did you order the ride so early? Can't you wait till you have completed your makeup and then book a cab?" The female voice hurriedly said, "I am almost there. Just give me half an hour and I would be ready. If you cancel the ride, I'll file a complaint." Chen said, "Do whatever you want, I am canceling the order." Just after he'd canceled the order, he got a notification. "You have received a review." The content of the review was as follows: "I have never seen such an unqualified driver. He didn't even wait for a minute and canceled the order. This is too excessive." At this moment, someone appeared in front of him, taking him by surprise. A pink-haired girl appeared in front of him, but she was floating. The man was shocked and asked, "Who are you?" The girl spoke, "Host detected, binding condition met, bad review reward, system wishes to bind with the host. Please confirm with a yes or no." The man was confused and thought, "I had heard rewards were given for good reviews, but who gives reward for bad reviews?" The girl explained, "The system can reward you as soon as the binding is successful, as well as there is a reward every time you get a bad review. The rewards would vary. It can be money, property, luxury cars, skills, etc." The man's eyes shined brightly, and without hesitation he agreed to bind with the system. All of a sudden the floating girl kissed him, and at the same time a message was heard. "Host binding command received. System is binding." The girl then explained, "The bad review system and the host are successfully bound. The host is advised to seek bad reviews against passengers who are odd or look unpleasant. Generally, you can still give good service and get good reviews, so as to maintain your driver rating and not get your license canceled." The girl continued, "Since the host just received a complaint, the system rewarded the host with a 28% stake in the All Island Hotel Group and became the second largest shareholder of the hotel group. The owner is invited to dine at the All Island Hotel immediately, where a transfer of equity agreement will be delivered to the owner. The man was shocked after hearing this, but that shock soon turned into excitement. He had never thought that the system would be this awesome, and he would get such a big gift right after the binding. At this moment, the phone once again sent a notification. "Hello, driver. There is a new ride. Distance is 1.2 km from your location. The destination is All Island Hotel." The man became happy after seeing the description of the order. He accepted the ride and said in a happy voice, "This ride was literally made for me." After a while, the man reached the location. He saw a woman standing there and asked her if she was the passenger with the order ID 8043. The woman replied with a yes and boarded the cab. After a while, the woman suddenly said in a dissatisfied voice, "Why do you keep peeking at me through the mirror?" The man sighed and asked calmly if she knew driving or not, because this was such a silly question as he was not looking at her, but the road behind her through the mirror. The girl got a bit angry and said how could he insult her by saying she didn't know how to drive, and moreover he didn't even look skilled and was driving so slow. At this moment, the man presses the accelerator. The woman got shocked and shouted hurriedly to take it easy, but the man didn't hear anything and drove it even faster. The woman kept apologizing and even cried at last. She felt sorry for her actions. The man smirked and said, "Now tell me, am I really unskilled? And why do you rich people always look down on us?" The woman was scared and apologized once again. This time the man did stop the car, as they had arrived at the All Island Hotel. As the woman got out of the car, she said while crying, "Just you wait. I'll give you a bad review and complain to the police to arrest you for dangerous driving." Inside the car, the man received a notification. "Congratulations, host, for getting another bad review. The system rewards you the ownership of Xinglong Finance Building. Please go to the management office of Xinglong Finance Building to receive the transfer letter of real estate and other documents." After reading the notification, the man was very happy. It was because this Xinglong Finance Building was the place where he previously used to work, and later because of that bald man he had to leave it. Now it was time to settle the grudges. After some time, the man entered the All Island Hotel. As he was passing by, the woman from earlier noticed him and was surprised. She said in a dissatisfied voice, "How dare you follow me? You have got a lot of nerve." The man laughed and said, "Don't be so full of yourself, girl. I have long since reserved a seat here." The man then showed his booking ID to the receptionist. The receptionist smiled and said, "Mr. Yang, your seat is at table number 8. Our staff will take you there." She then handed out a document and continued, "By the way, here is another document that our manager would like to pass on to you, so keep it." The receptionist then guided him to his reserved table. The woman, seeing this, was once again surprised, seeing the special treatment he was getting. The receptionist then asked for her leave and told him that his meal would arrive soon. At this moment, the man saw the woman pass by her. She then greeted a man named Zhang Long. The man also introduced himself and asked the woman to take a seat. Yang Chen, seeing this, thought, so the woman here came for a blind date. At this moment, someone entered the room. Seeing him, Yang Chen was a bit surprised, but then smirked. A bald man entered the room along with two ladies. The red-dressed woman asked the man named Li to give her some time to meet a friend. The red-dressed woman came towards Yang Chen and scoffed, "Yang Chen, you're going too far. You and Zhu Feifei already broke up. Why are you following her and acting like a barbarian?" Yang Chen, with a stern look, said, "I am not that low, and I have no interest in gold digger girls like you. If you are not ashamed to be in your early 20s and spend all day with men in their 40s and 50s, I feel bad for your parents." Hearing that, the girl gritted her teeth in anger. At this moment, the bald man came and asked her what was going on. The red-dressed girl made a sad expression and said, "Mr. Li, it's okay. I am fine. You guys go over there and sit down. I'll be there soon." The bald man named Li replied, "It's not okay. I just saw you guys having a conversation, and it looked like it didn't go well." The man then turned towards Yang Chen and asked coldly, "Who are you, boy?" Yang Chen smirked and said, I am Zhu Feifei's ex-boyfriend. She just broke up with me today to fulfill her dreams. So this was her dream, he then continued. When did the two of you hook up? You are not a mal mistress, are you? The bald man turned towards the blue-haired girl and asked, Feifei, what you said, is it correct? The blue-haired girl named Zhu Feifei started her act. She cried and said, no, I broke up with him a long time ago. Only he didn't agree and keep pestering me. I did break up with him again today, but I didn't expect him to follow me over to the All-Island Hotel. He is trying to harass me. The bald man hugged her and said, not to worry, as it was not her fault. She doesn't have to blame herself for it. Now it is his problem, and he would sort it out. The bald man confronted Yang Chen and said, young man, the way you are pestering my girlfriend is really annoying. He then called the receptionist and asked her to bring manager Chang here, as he needed to have a word with him. Zhu Feifei, on the other hand, said coldly, Yang Chen, why don't you get out of here by yourself, instead of being thrown out? On the other side, Miss Wang saw all this and smirked. She thought this cab driver is such a weirdo, and had offended so many people. Let's see how this situation ends. The man sitting in front of the woman asked, does Miss Wang know this man? The woman replied, I don't know him personally, but I just came in his car hailing taxi. She then continued with a pitiful expression, not only did he have a bad attitude, but he also almost killed me by driving recklessly. I also apologized to him multiple times, but he didn't stop until we reached the hotel. Finally, after getting out of the car, I gave him a bad review. The brown-haired man stood up and gritted his teeth in anger. He said, Miss Wang, just wait. I will teach him a lesson. The brown-haired man came in front of Yang Chen and asked calmly while suppressing his anger, listen to me, boy. Miss Wang just came in your online taxi, and you harassed her, right? Yang Chen didn't deny it and in fact nodded. He then asked the brown-haired man, who are you? The man then introduced himself as Zhang Long, and he also said that he was Miss Wang's blind date. He then continued, if you say sorry to her now and kowtow 3 times, I will spare you, otherwise, I will get you thrown out of here immediately. Yang Chen then asked, who is your father? The man proudly said his dad is the chairman of Tianmu Investment, and he is about to invest in All-Island Hotel Group. If he asked him to blacklist his name, then he would definitely agree. Yang Chen smiled hearing those threats, and then asked the bald guy, you also like this big mouth, boy, show me what you are really made of. Just try to throw me out of this hotel. At this moment, manager Chang arrived. Seeing the bald guy, he hurriedly came with a smile. He said, it's been a while, Mr. Li. Why didn't you tell me in advance when you came over for dinner? Suddenly, as if he had spotted a gem, the manager became happy seeing Zhang Long. He then with a smile said, what a beautiful day it is. Both of our VIP guests are present at the same time. The bald man cut him off and said, Mr. Chang, I came here to celebrate my girlfriend's birthday, and so we decided to have dinner here. But my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend kept pestering her so much that we couldn't even eat in peace. So, I hope manager Chang will get rid of him. The brown-haired boy also spoke. I came over for a blind date, but my date was bullied by this rude kid. It would be a favor as manager Chang gets rid of this boy, and also I don't want to see him in this hotel again. The manager gave his signature smile and assured both of them that whoever offended them shall be taken care of. Both of them pointed towards a boy sitting and drinking tea calmly. Seeing who they pointed towards, the manager's soul left his body, because the one they pointed to was Yang Chen, the new shareholder that the board just sent out to announce. The manager quickly calmed down and ordered the security to throw the bald man and the brown-haired man out of the hotel. Also, they were blacklisted from the hotel, never to be welcomed again. Both of them were shocked hearing this. But then the bald man shouted, Manager Chang, did I hear you right? I am your hotel's vegetable food supplier. The brown-haired man then shouted, Manager Chang, do you still want our family's investment? Manager Chang was unperturbed under those threats and calmly said, let me formally introduce you to Mr. Yang Chen, the second largest shareholder of our All-Island Hotel Group. Yang Chen smiled and said, so Manager Chang knows me. Everyone was shocked hearing this. The most shocked was the bald man. On the other side, Miss Wang was surprised hearing that. She thought, how did the second highest shareholder of the all-island hotel end up driving an online taxi? Is it really a rich kid experiencing life? No wonder he was so arrogant. Yang Chen then spoke, "Manager, just throw them out. We don't need the vegetables supplied from Mr. Li and Zhang Long regarding your family's investment. We will not accept it either." The blue-haired girl, and also Yang Chen's ex-girlfriend, was shocked and cried tears of regret. She then thought how to patch up with Yang Chen once again. She got down on her knees and said she was wrong. She even said that Mr. Li just held hands with her. She didn't sleep with him, and her body was still pure. Why not start once again? At this moment the red dress girl came and said hurriedly, "Yang Chen, this girl is lying, and moreover a cheater like her is not worth it. Instead he should choose her." Yang Chen, seeing this, thought how fast these women changed appearances, and after knowing his net worth they started a dog fight. Truly a pack of gold diggers. Mr. Li then said, "Mr. Yang, I was not aware that she was your girlfriend. If I were aware, then do you really think I would have touched her?" Yang Chen put the teacup on the table in anger and said, "Manager Chang, why haven't you kicked them out yet?" Manager Chang hurriedly followed the orders as he called the security to drag them out of here. They all were apologizing and were full of regrets, but all were in vain as Yang Chen turned a blind eye to it. Now only the brown-haired man remained. At this moment, the manager whispered something in Yang Chen's ear. "Zhang Long is the son of the chairman of Tianmu Investments. So throwing him out is a bit." But before he could complete his sentence, Yang Chen said, "Investment? Huh? What is there to be afraid of? As long as I am here, they won't get past the board of directors, as long as I am against it." After hearing that, Manager Chang calmed down and then ordered the security to get rid of him and blacklist his membership and never to allow him to come to their hotel group again. Zhang Long shouted hearing this and said, "Don't you dare touch me, Manager Chang. Also remember this, a mere second shareholder of this all-island hotel is not something that we at Tianmu Investment would even put in our sights." He then turned to leave and said, "Miss Wang, let's go and eat at another restaurant." Yang Chen sat there and thought, even at this time where he was so humiliated, he didn't forget to call Miss Wang. Looks like he had taken a liking to her. Then I will steal her and see if he is still so proud of himself. Yang Chen then called out, "Miss Wang, what are you on a blind date with?" He then plucked a flower and said, "Look, I have got the flowers ready. Why don't you sit down and have a chat? I seem to have scared you with my jokes in the car earlier. I would like to apologize properly." The woman then stopped and thought, since they are all blind dates with rich people, isn't it better to choose someone with a good personality and style? The woman said calmly, "Good, I'll give you a chance to make amends. Since you are being so sincere." Seeing her accept the flower, Zhang Long was beyond furious. He couldn't control his anger and shouted, "Wang Jie, do you know what you are doing? I am in a feud with him because of you, and now that you accepted a flower, aren't you insulting me too?" The woman then said, "You didn't do it for me but to show your own superiority and satisfy your ego. I didn't ask you to start a fight with Mr. Yang. You tried to act cool, didn't you?" Zhang Long gritted his teeth and shouted in anger, "Even though I can't touch him, but I can definitely beat you. If you dare to sit down and have dinner with him, just think what will happen to you." Yang Chen smiled and comforted her. He made her sit on the sofa and said, "Miss Wang can sit and eat in peace. If a fly bothers you, I'll get rid of it." The woman felt warm seeing this and thanked him. Zhang Long couldn't control his anger and raised his hand to slap her, but at this moment his hand was caught by Yang Chen, who then said, "It is so uncouth to hit a woman." The manager was shocked to see this development and ordered the guards to throw Zhang Long out. As he was being dragged out, he shouted that he would come back for revenge. He won't leave any of them. But everyone ignored him. Yang Chen poured a drink for her and said, "Miss Wang, a formal introduction. My name is Yang Chen, and it is my pleasure to have dinner with you." The woman smiled and said, "My name is Wang Yi. I will remove the bad review later, then we can have a fresh start. When he heard that, Yang Chen smiled but hurriedly said, "No need to remove that bad review, as it would be a reminder of our special encounter. Come, let's have a drink." As they start drinking, the other customers who came there were in awe of his domineering attitude, to throw away a big investment, to cancel the huge vegetable supply contract, and to even snatch the blind date from the son of a prestigious family. At this moment the woman asked, "What does your family do?" Yang Chen sighed and said, "His parents died unexpectedly many years ago, and he was now a car-hailing driver." "What about her?" She smiled and said, "Her hometown is Sioux City, and she currently worked in a luxury shop, because she wanted to stay and settle in this city. She had come out on a blind date." Yang Chen smiled and said, "Everyone has the right to pursue a better life. It is not a shame for a woman to rely on a man." Inside, Yang Chen was thinking, "This girl is so different from Zhou Feifei, as she is sincere and tells the truth. She is not like her to only run for money." As they had another drink, the woman was completely drunk. She then said, "Do you know why I was so prejudiced against you when I got into your car? It's because I had 2 blind dates today, and the guy whom I met before was pretty nice, but he tried to kiss me while it was dark in the cinema hall." The man smiled and said, "I think you just didn't like him. If you had taken a fancy to him, you certainly wouldn't have refused to let him kiss you." The woman hurriedly said in a flustered voice, "How is that possible? It has nothing to do with looking good or not looking good. What kind of person kisses on the first meeting? Then wouldn't the next meeting be even more outrageous?" The man then calmly replied, "Kissing has nothing to do with the first time you meet. It all depends on the atmosphere and the feeling. It is even possible to do more things on the first meeting as long as the atmosphere is right and the feeling is there." The woman got surprised and said, "I don't believe it. How can anyone be willing to kiss someone on their first meeting?" At this moment Yang Chen got up from his seat and moved towards the woman. He then lifted her chin and kissed her. After kissing her he left, but before going he said, "Enjoy your meal and put the bill on my tab. I am going to room 1208 to rest." The woman was shocked after this and thought, "He just kissed me. Why didn't I resist? He also said the room number on purpose. Was he inviting me? No, what am I thinking?" After a while, in room 1208, Yang Chen got out of the shower and was drying his hair. At this moment there was a knock on the door. When he opened it he was surprised to see Wang Jie. But before he could say anything, she jumped into his embrace and kissed him. After that, Wang Jie wanted to say something, but Yang Chen realized that she was drunk. She even felt the 8-pack abs of his and her whole body felt hot. Yang Chen lifted her up and closed the door. And soon their romantic night began. It was a long and peaceful night, and only soft moanings could be heard. The next morning, Yang Chen woke up and found that Wang Jie had left. He got up from the bed and found some money and a letter on the table. He opened the letter, and it read, "You did well last night. This was my first time, and I was very pleased. Here are 3,000 yuan. This was your service bill. Now don't go out and recover your strength, and when I get paid next month I will come back and pack you in for a night." She even inserted a winky face in the letter. After reading the letter, Yang Chen laughed and said, "This woman is a bit interesting." Time passed. It was afternoon. Yang Chen came to the Xinglong Finance Building, his old workplace. He said to a man sitting on the counter, "Hello, I have come to collect my things. My name is Yang Chen." The manager hurriedly came forward and shook his hands. He said, "Hello, Mr. Yang. I am Chan Chu, the manager of the management building office. Just a moment, and I'll get it right away." The other workers saw the manager greeting the man and thought, "This new boss is so young, he must be a rich kid. Would he do something new, or would he be just like our previous boss?" After a while the manager came and handed him the documents inside an envelope. He also asked him to check them out, and if there is any problem then they could fix it immediately. The man took the documents and said, "No need. I believe that manager Chen is a disciplined person and would not mess with my things. I just ask you to continue to help me with the management of the Xinglong Finance Building." The manager became very happy and said, "You are welcome, Mr. Yang." He then invited the other workers, "Everyone come over and say hello to Mr. Yang with me." The girls bowed politely to Yang Chen. Yang Chen thanked them all and told them to go back to work. Then Yang Chen asked the manager to inform him about the people who rented floor 15. The manager checked the records and informed that the tenant's name is Zhang Jingyan and his contract expires at the end of this month. Yang Chen then tells the manager that it was time for their lease to come to an end, so they should go and inform them. After a while, the manager and Yang Chen reached floor 15. At this moment, the manager said, "Mr. Yang, I am sorry, but I have an appointment with a client with regards to the rent." Yang Chen smiled and told him to answer it, and he would go in first. Yang Chen then entered the Xinglong Finance Department. He then said, "Hello there, looks like everyone's busy." Seeing the person in front of them, they all realized that it was Yang Chen. They were all surprised. One of his old colleagues came and asked him in a worried tone, "Yang Chen, why did you resign? Let's go, I'll help you go and plead with Mr. Zhang and Manager Lai." Yang Chen smiled and said, "Thanks, but no thanks." All of a sudden, Yang Chen shouted, "I am here to ask for my salary. Where's Zhang Jingyan? Get the hell out of here. Stop hiding in the office and come out now." At this moment, a bald middle-aged man came and shouted in anger, "Yang Chen, what are you shouting for? What kind of place do you think you are at? Is this a place where you can shout?" Yang Chen coldly said, "So you came out? I thought you were too scared to come out. So you have the commission you owe me?" The man laughed and said, "Yang Chen, you want a commission, it is fine, but be a good boy and come back to work. How about I give you 10,000 for 10 months as long as you close at least one single deal every month from now on?" Yang Chen said in an annoyed manner, "You clearly promised a 20% commission on a successful case without any strings attached. I closed many clients, but didn't got any money for that." The man laughed and said, "Where is the proof? You are just going to say I said that. What if I said that you promised to work for me for free for the rest of your life?" Yang Chen shouted. Everyone in the company heard that. The man laughed and then said in an intimidating manner, "Is there anyone who heard me saying that I was going to give 20% commission?" Almost all of them became silent. At this moment, a blue-haired man got up and said, No, it should be that Yang Chen heard it wrong." Yang Chen looked at these people and thought, "How can they be this dumb? Does none of them know that what happened with me could happen with any of them in the future?" The blue-haired man laughed and said, "Yang Chen, come back to work. Mr. Zhang is kind and merciful, so he may forgive you." The bald man then said, "It's that I love that you are a talent, and this is your only chance, so don't be insensitive. Get back to your seat and start your work. I have to go downstairs and talk with the management office about renewing the lease." He then continued, "Do you think it is easy for me, the boss, to support so many employees?" The blue-haired man smiled and said in a flattering tone, "Yes, we all should be grateful to Mr. Zhang for providing a platform for everyone to show their talents." Yang Chen finally couldn't take it and coldly said, "It's really unreasonable. I came out to work just to earn money, but I can't even get the salary that I deserve, and you still want me to be grateful? Really shameless." He then took out his mobile phone and said, "I have recorded everything you have said, and I am filing for arbitration right now. I don't believe the law can't control you." The bald man got scared and hurriedly said, "Close the gate now. Grab the phone." The blue-haired man quickly followed the commands. The manager, who was outside the room and on a call, got surprised and thought, "Why did the door close suddenly? Nothing happened to the new boss, right?" Inside the room, the bald man started threatening Yang Chen. He said, "If you delete the recording immediately, I will let you go." All of a sudden, the bald man threw down a desktop. He then shouted, "Everyone saw that you smashed our computer, so your salary was deducted." Yang Chen laughed and said, "Haha, nice try, but the recording is still going on. I have recorded everything you said just now. And phones have a feature called cloud backup, don't you understand? Even if the video is deleted from here, it remains as a backup data." The bald man was furious and shouted, "You are really shameless." The blue-haired man gritted his teeth and said, "Mr. Zhang, what is the point of talking nonsense with him? We should just beat him up first, then destroy the backup too. When a police arrives, we can say that he came here to smash our computers, but was subdued by us instead." At this moment there was a knock on the door. The bald man opened the door and was surprised to see Manager Chen. He then politely greeted him and said, "I was just about to go down to talk to you about renewing the lease." The manager sternly spoke, "I am here to see Mr. Yang, and why did you lock the door in the middle of the day? You didn't do anything to Mr. Yang, did you?" The bald man was surprised and asked Mr. Yang, "Which Mr. Yang?" The manager said, "Which other Mr. Yang could it be? Isn't he standing over there? He is the new boss of our building. Are you trying to do something bad to our new boss?" The bald man was confused after hearing that. Manager Chen hurriedly came towards Yang Chen and asked if he was fine. At this moment the bald man once again interrupted, "Manager Chen, what do you mean when you say the new boss is?" The manager replied, "Yes, Mr. Yang here had paid $2 billion for this building and is now the owner. Now he is the boss here." At this moment all of them were shocked. They were so shocked that they stood still. 1,000 questions revolved around their mind. But they soon came to a conclusion that Yang Chen was a rich kid who came to experience life. Yesterday he left the job due to unfairness, and today he revealed his real self and bought the building as revenge. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want a part 2, then comment below.